Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Congress wants to give Social Security recipients a $200 increase starting in January 2026, and I need to tell you about this right now because this could be a game changer for millions of seniors. Now, if you've received that latest mail from the Social Security Administration, you already know that the 2026 cost of living adjustment has been extremely disappointing. Some seniors are reporting increases of only $40 or $50 a month. Meanwhile, your Medicare Part B premium is going up by 10%, eating up nearly half of that tiny increase you're getting. A lot of seniors are frustrated, and rightfully so. And now Congress wants to give seniors a break, a $200 monthly increase starting in January, running all the way through July. I'm going to give you all the details about this proposal, who qualifies, and what you need to do to make your voice heard. Stick with me because I've read through the reports, the articles, and the legislation, so you don't have to. My name is Tony, and on this channel, and I've been covering Social Security, Medicare, benefits, and personal finance topics for years. I do the research, I read the bills, I break down the confusing government language into plain English that actually makes sense. If you're new here, welcome. Do me a quick favor. Go down to the comments section and let me know your city and state. I love seeing where everyone's watching from. And if you've been here for a while, thank you for your support. I really appreciate you joining me today. Now let's dig into this breaking news about the $200 Social Security increase that could start hitting your account in just a few weeks. Alright, so this is being reported by the New York Post and other major outlets. The headline reads, Social Security benefits could increase by $200 a month. Here's who would qualify. Here's what's happening. Democratic senators are pushing legislation called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. This bill would give recipients an additional $200 every single month, starting in January 2026 and running through July 2026. Now, why are they doing this? Because a survey by Investopedia found that 77% of older Americans, 77%, say the 2026 Social Security cost of living adjustment is not enough. That's an overwhelming majority of seniors who are telling Congress, we cannot survive on this. The bill's main sponsor is Senator Elizabeth Warren, and she's arguing that inflation has pushed prices so high that seniors desperately need extra help. Here's what she said. The extra $200 a month will provide an emergency lifeline for seniors struggling to afford rising inflation. And she's got serious backup. This isn't just Elizabeth Warren by herself. Chuck Schumer, the Senate Democratic leader, is a co-sponsor of this bill. That's how serious this has become. Other sponsors include Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York and Ron Wyden of Oregon. These are heavy hitters in Congress, and they're pushing hard for this. Now, I know a lot of you have questions about eligibility, so let me give this to you in plain language straight from the bill. Here's who would get the extra $200. Recipients of Social Security retirement benefits. If you're collecting your retirement, you're in. Supplemental Security income recipients. If you're on SSI, you qualify. Veterans receiving disability compensation. Our veterans who are getting VA disability would get this increase. Veterans receiving pension benefits. If you're on a VA pension, you're covered. Railroad retirement recipients. Those of you who worked for the railroad and are getting railroad retirement payments would also get the extra money. So basically, if you're receiving any of these federal benefit programs, you would be eligible for this $200 monthly boost. That's millions of Americans who could see this money in their accounts. And let me be clear, this is $200 per month for 7 months. That's $1,400 total if this bill passes. For someone living on a fixed income, that could cover medications, groceries, utility bills, or other essential expenses that you've been struggling to afford. Now, here's where I need to be honest with you. The bill sponsors themselves have said that this legislation is all but certain to fail in the Republican-controlled Senate. What does that mean? Right now, this is being proposed by Democrats. There are about 47 Democrats in the Senate. To pass this bill, they need to get about 5 more Republicans to join them. Maybe up to 10 Republicans to really push this over the finish line. So this is the challenge. Democrats are fully behind this bill. They have the votes from their side. But they need bipartisan support to make it happen. They need Republicans to look at the data, listen to their constituents, and say, yes, seniors need this help. And that's where you come in. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Let me give you some background here. because the numbers tell a really frustrating story. The 2026 Social Security cost of living adjustment is 2.8%. Now that might sound okay until you look at what's actually happening. U.S. inflation hit 3% in September. Think about that for a second. Inflation is running at 3%, but your COLA is only 2.8%. Right there, you're already losing ground. But it gets worse. That 2.8% increase is being eaten up by your Medicare Part B premium, which is rising by 10% next year. So on one hand, you're getting a tiny Social Security increase. On the other hand, a big chunk of it is being taken away by higher Medicare premiums. Are you really getting ahead? The answer is no. And here's an even more disturbing fact. The Senior Citizens League, a respected senior advocacy organization, did a study comparing actual inflation to Social Security cost of living adjustments from 2010 to 2025. That's 15 years of data. And you know what they found? Seniors are owed an average of $370 in lost purchasing power. Let me say that again. The Social Security increases you've been getting have not measured up to the actual inflation you've been experiencing for the past 15 years. You've been falling behind year after year, and it's getting worse. Everywhere you look, it's bad news. Prices on everything from a cup of coffee to kids, toys to furniture have soared in recent months. Adults are putting off homeownership longer than ever. The median age for first-time homebuyers hit 40 years old this year, a record high. And for seniors on fixed incomes? You're bearing the brunt of all this. You can't get a raise. You can't switch to a higher-paying job. You're stuck with what Social Security gives you, and it's not keeping up. So here's what I need you to understand. This $200 increase is the most realistic, immediate relief that I have seen in years. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky proposal that would take years to implement. This is emergency relief that could start in January, just weeks away. But it's not going to happen unless you make your voice heard. Here's what you need to do right now. Number 1, contact your senators. Call their offices, email them, send them letters. Tell them you support the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act. Tell them your story. Tell them what an extra $200 a month would mean for you. Would it cover your prescriptions, your heating bill, your groceries? Make it personal. Number 2, contact your congressman or congresswoman. Even though this is starting in the Senate, the House will need to pass it too. Get ahead of this and let them know you're watching. Number 3, don't believe anyone who says this will blow the budget. This is a temporary measure. It only lasts for 6 or 7 months. It's absolutely worth putting that money toward helping seniors survive this season of rising costs. Number 4, share this information. Talk to your friends, your neighbors, other seniors you know. The more people who are informed and making their voices heard, the better chance this has of passing. If you want to stay on top of breaking news like this, anything coming in and out of Congress that could affect your Social Security, your retirement benefits, your income, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit that notification bell. So when could this money actually hit your account? If the bill gains momentum in the next few weeks and Republicans come on board, we could see a vote in December or early January. If it passes, the first $200 payment would go out with your January 2026 Social Security check. That's the optimistic timeline. The realistic timeline? This could take a few months to work through Congress. But the fact that it's being sponsored by major Democratic leaders, the fact that 77% of seniors are saying they can't survive on the current COLA, the fact that the data clearly shows seniors have been losing ground for 15 years, all of this creates real pressure on lawmakers to act. This is why your voice matters so much right now. Seniors need to be loud. You need to make your voices heard. This is not the time to be quiet and hope someone else handles it. Look, I know you're tired. Tired of struggling. Tired of choosing between medications and groceries. Tired of keeping the heat down to save money. Tired of doing everything right and still barely getting by. I see you. I hear you. And you are not alone. Whether this $200 increase passes or not, One thing is absolutely clear. People are paying attention now. The conversation has shifted. Lawmakers are being forced to acknowledge that Social Security benefits are inadequate and something has to change. But change doesn't happen by itself. It happens because people like you demand it. So contact your representatives. Tell them your story. Fight for this relief that you absolutely deserve. You worked your whole life. You paid into Social Security. You earned these benefits, and you deserve to live with dignity. If this video helped you understand what's happening and what you can do about it, please hit that like button and share it with anyone who needs this information. The more seniors who know about this, the better. Check out my other videos on maximizing your Social Security and Medicare benefits. I've got entire playlists that can help you navigate these systems and find every dollar you're entitled to. And remember, I'm here doing the research, reading the bills, breaking down the confusing stuff so you don't have to. That's what this channel is all about. Leave a comment below and let me know. Would an extra $200 a month make a difference in your life? What would you use it for? I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, friends. Stay informed, stay hopeful, and keep fighting for what you deserve.